Hey guys, what's going on? It's Karl here, and today we're checking out iOS 8, the latest operating system announced from Apple at WWDC 2014 the other day. All of this info can be found on the Apple site, and also if you happen to be a developer, you can download the beta for iOS 8 as well. I thought I would make a quick little video to recap some of the highlights and the features of Apple's new operating system. So the entire gist of it, think of iOS 8 as a more polished product of iOS 7. When iOS 7 came out the other year, it was a completely new redesigned operating system for mobile devices. For example, in photos, every single photo that you take, either say with your iPhone 5S or even your iPad, that will be stored in iCloud and be available to see across all of your devices. We're just increasing the compatibility and creating unity amongst devices. There's also brand new photo editing software, so instead of going to a third-party app or Photoshop, all of these changes can be done within the actual Apple Photo app. Finally, we're getting a major overhaul of the Messages app, and this is extremely similar to what you can do in WhatsApp. You can now include voice as well as video in your actual messaging stream. They're also making changes and improvements to group messaging and also giving us the ability to share your location within a conversation. As I mentioned, the overall design isn't changing from iOS 7, it's more of a refinement, and they made sure to mention this in the keynote as well. There's been a few more features added to make the overall feel of iOS 8 more streamlined. For example, we finally also have interactive notifications. I thought it was kind of funny in the keynote how they were somewhat bashing Android, but they're finally bringing something that Android has also had for many years. For every notification you get, you can choose to respond or interact with it without actually having to switch apps. For example, you get a text message, you can choose to quickly reply to it, or if you get a calendar update, you can accept or decline the invitation, or even a Facebook message, you can choose to reply to it quickly without actually having to switch apps. There's also a brand new shortcut in the multitasking window for the people that you interact with most, and also a few new menu options in the Mail app that allow you to swipe either to the right or the left to have more functions and options. And another new feature they were highlighting in the keynote was the new keyboard featured in iOS 8, and can I say finally one more time? I mean, Apple now finally has predictive texting, which I know Android has had for many years. And this is one of the reasons why I switched to Android, because I felt iOS keyboards were just lagging and a bit archaic. And you can see at the bottom, they finally also have more support for third-party keyboards. So for example, SwiftKey, which I use in Android and is my favorite keyboard, I can finally bring that over and use the swiping option to type out my text in iOS. Next off, just like one of their major competitors, Samsung, how they brought around S Fitness, iOS 8 now has their brand new fitness app simply called Health. It's a brand new fitness app that can track things like calories and caloric expenditure, nutrition, as well as sleep cycles, and this will also sync with popular apps such as Nike. And one of the last features is the connectivity and compatibility of iOS products such as iPhones and iPads to Mac OS X products. As I mentioned in my OS X Yosemite video, you can now answer phone calls via your Mac computer, whether that be your MacBook Pro, your iMac, as long as your iPhone is in the general vicinity, say it's charging in another room or it's slipped inside your pocket. If your phone were to ring, you can take away that extra step from reaching for your phone or trying to find it, and you can answer the call live via your computer. And this is the same sort of function with your messages as well. Instead of typing out something on your iPhone, if you're at your computer, you can actually respond to your messages via your laptop. And the last feature is a new and improved Spotlight, and I feel this is challenging the Google Now search bar found on Android. So instead of saying Googling something, that's such a typical phrase, you'll now search that in Spotlight, and that will search your entire phone. It will also search Bing for things on the web such as movie times, locations, the App Store, or even Wikipedia. And that wraps up all of the new features found in iOS 8, the latest mobile operating system of Apple. Let me know what your favorite feature is in the comments down below. And if you guys already haven't, do hit that subscribe button so you're up to date whenever I release a brand new video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and of course I will catch you guys in my next video. Peace!